This match will be titled The Chase That Never Was. Hello and welcome. Rajasthan Royals checked out before they checked in, and the Chennai Super Kings checked all the boxes and of course got 2 points also. And now there is a top order scramble that is happening on the points table. We'll get to that in just a second. Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. मैं हूं गौरव कपूर, मेरे साथ हैं ज़हीर खान साहब, हर्षा भोगले साहब.
शुक्र है आपने बता दिया कि राजस्थान रॉयल्स चेक्ड आउट, क्योंकि समझ नहीं आ रहा था दूसरी टीम है कौन सी. आज के मैच में एक ही टीम थी.
आज के मैच में एक ही टीम आई थी.
Only one team.
थे वहां पे 11 और बंदे, पर थे नहीं. लग रहा था थे, पर थे नहीं. We're just extremely happy that two of you are here. We're extremely happy that a few of you are there. We're just very happy that you're awake. Because lag nahi raha. But I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm actually being funny. We should be a lot more brutal about this Rajasthan Royals performance.
You should say that कल के मैच की बात करें.
I actually see that. Moving on, because
I think funny man. Actually, I'm being funny.
I'm just here. People will think यार ये तो बहुत गलत बात है, आप हार्श हो रहे हो, पर आज हार्श होना पड़ेगा. और हम जितने हार्श हो रहे हैं उससे 3 गुना हार्श इस टीम को होना पड़ेगा अपने ऊपर.
This was a match to forget for RR. I think there is no doubt about it.
I think they forgot about it midway only.
No, in midway we all gave them a chance.
Yeah.
You know, it just looked like this team in this IPL, if they have to do well, they have to bat first.
Yeah.
Because they did look confused while chasing. Like, you know, the wicket was so good, all they needed was wickets in hand, and we spoke about that in the mid show, that if they had wickets in hand, they always had a chance in this game because the wicket was suiting batsmen. It's just that they gave away momentum by giving away those crucial wickets in the first 6 overs. After that, it was always going to be a catch-up game.
I have a question about Klaasen. You had Rahul Tripathi, which both of you thought should be opening, has opened in Pune all of last season. There's a guy like Klaasen who comes playing his first IPL game, 200, Chennai Super Kings, away crowd, you know, everything is stacked against you in terms of pressure, and you send him out to open.
I mean, he's played for South Africa A against India A. I'm not quite sure whether he's played much in India.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, boom, he's there as an opener in a 200-run chase. Maybe they thought that will take all the pressure off. You just tell this young man playing for the first time, no pressure, go and smash the ball around. But it doesn't always work out like that, because Chennai Super Kings have found one more fast bowler.
Yeah.
So this is the joy factor from apni zabani.
जी, बिल्कुल.
Link MS Dhoni, Sudhir Tyagi, Mohit Sharma and Deepak Chahar.
Yeah.
Under Dhoni, one fast bowler always had a dream season. He's bowled beautifully. In fact, the catch that this one put down, Shane Watson put down, was a ball that Zach would have enjoyed bowling. You know, just came, tuck, took the edge, caught, dropped. Beautiful ball.
Yeah, that was a beautiful ball. And how would a fast bowler react, an experienced fast bowler react, if somebody had dropped that sitter in slip?
Well, you have to.
नया बच्चा नहीं बोल सकता.
Yeah, take a sigh and go back. You know, try and forget that. Focus on the next delivery again. Try and bowl that ball again, and it's not easy. Yeah. Like, you know, we've seen it in the first innings as well, when Stuart Binney bowled that delivery, and after that, you know, rest was history. The match was done and dusted there. I think, you know, so as a bowler you can do all the things, but I've always maintained one thing, like, you know, when you're playing game of cricket and you have catches dropped on your bowling, you have to respect your team member. You know, yes, there is frustration that you've not got the wicket, but you have to stand up for the guy at that stage. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what the result of the game is. And as a team, we've always used to mention this in team meetings as well, that, you know, no matter what, you're not showing emotions to your teammate. Because you know, it's a team sport end of the day. So you have to back each other in good times and bad. So that's something, you know, which I've always followed.
What a great point. You know, जैसे नई नवेली दुल्हन करवा चौथ पे चांद का इंतजार करती है, हम रविंद्र जडेजा फैंस उनकी बॉलिंग का इंतजार कर रहे थे, और आज चांद दिख गया हमको. 80 ओवर में दिखा. 2 चांद दिखे. एक चांद का नाम करण शर्मा था, बिल्कुल, और एक चांद का नाम रविंद्र जडेजा था. चलो, करण शर्मा तो हमें पता था कि आज आया टीम में तो बॉल डालेगा. जडेजा तो बेचारा खड़ा हुआ है पिछले 4 मैच से. And we were like, why is he not getting to bowl? And you asked Zach a very interesting question when we were watching the game, which was, you can say that to people about. I ask
questions for a living. Which one are you talking about?
Sir, today you're giving answers for a living, sir. I'm asking the questions. I'm trying to outsource my questioning to Harsha.
And when the match is going on, the conversations keep going from cricket to various things as well. So which question exactly you're getting at?
With Harsha, you know, it doesn't go to do any other thing.
करवा चौथ में चांद तक से पहुंच गए थे. तो कहाँ का क्वेश्चन ला रहे हो?
सही बात है. नहीं, मैं खड़ा था, वेट कर रहा था, रविंद्र जडेजा आएगा तो मैं थाली निकालूंगा ऐसे. But you were saying on turning pitches, you still say Jadeja is one of the best.
He's on turning pitches because he's so accurate. And he's not a huge turner. He turns it that much. It's just enough to beat the bat, or he brings it in with the arm ball or ball straight. He's only that much variation. On a turning track, he is, I mean, the pitch is his friend. He's a fantastic bowler. The same predictability that is so important in Test match cricket works against you in T20.
Yeah, it's a good point. Well, let's have a look at the points table now. Points se yaad aaya. Points table ko dekhen. We were talking about the scramble at the top, and there you go. We have 4 teams at 6 points. You know, every year we say this, that this year the tournament is wide open. But it's true when you look at this table, this year it is indeed wide open.
It needs DDRCBMI to start picking up points a little bit and create that huddle, because at the moment there's 4 with 6 and 3 with 2. So those 2 teams, and they're all DDRCB are playing tomorrow, they need to pick up points to make it even closer. But CSK has been fantastic. I mean, I'll be completely honest, I'll put my hand up. I didn't think CSK would be 3-1 at this stage with 6 points.
Yeah, interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So you have only KKR there has played 1 extra game. Everybody else has 4 games and 3 wins out of that. Well, KKR is also going to be playing tomorrow. That's the first game that's happening tomorrow. It's in the afternoon. Eden Gardens ki garmi mein. There is KKR that's playing Kings 11. And Kings 11 just played a match last night, which means they've travelled.
Yes.
And then you travel and then you play an afternoon game. Zach, this can get pretty exhausting, huh? People don't realize. They say 20-20 game hai yaar, but it gets exhausting.
It can, but you know, the way Kings 11 is playing, I think the momentum is with them, and this Gayle force can do anything.
Yeah.
And he's going to keep them upbeat for sure. Like, you know, if you follow Kings 11 team on social media platforms and all that, you say that Chris Gayle is one character. When he's on song, he's not only going to do fireworks on the field, but he's going to make sure that the atmosphere in the dressing room is also lively and upbeat. So I think that's something which is certainly going to work in Kings' favor. So
when you were in RCB, he was there, right?
Yeah.
That was the time he was there. क्या हरकतें होती थी उसकी in the dressing room?
We call him Kaka, and I used to call him number 10. So number 10 was always in form. Like, you know, and it doesn't matter whether he's in form on the field or not. You know, he'll make sure he's a great team man. You know, so that's one thing which Kings 11 will always benefit from. You know, and now he's playing on the field. He's performing the way he's performing. He's got a point to prove. So I think, you know, it looks like, you know, it's going to be a repeat of the comeback of Chris Gayle, and this IPL also might go in the history as, you know, Chris Gayle's comeback. You know,
how does he adjust his sleep patterns? Because I've heard some very interesting stories how people adjust their sleep pattern. I'm told Kieron Pollard still stays on US time. He sleeps. He's up till the morning, goes to sleep, gets up in time for the 8 o'clock game, well in time for the 8 o'clock game, plays the game, sits up all night, so that he's always on the US time cycle, so he's not jet lagged.
Why is he working? Is he working in a call center on the side?
I'll tell you what happened in the call. Kevin Peterson, after the game, would take a 2 a.m. flight to go to the next place, because he knew he was going to go back to England after 10 days. He stayed on England time.
सर, हमने भी थोड़ा बहुत ट्रैवल किया है. हम तो जहाँ जाते हैं वहाँ के हो जाते हैं. ऐसी क्या बात है, वापस आके फिर एक दिन में एडजस्ट हो जाएगा. इतनी क्या नाजुक हो गई सिस्टम.
आईपीएल में कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि आईपीएल के टाइमिंग वैसे होते हैं. जैसे मैच खत्म हुआ 12 बजे, देन, यू नो, बाय द टाइम you cool down, it's 2:33. So even if you don't go out, you still can't sleep in the room as well. Everyone has a different timing for IPL. I think personally for me also, I used to sleep around 3:30 and have, like, you know, still have that 7-hour, 8-hour sleep and get into that kind of routine, because the practice is also in the evenings.
Correct.
So, you know, you most of the time practicing at like 7 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock in the evening. So your body clock is set to that kind of time zone, which is
you get used
US
to it. I remember I was doing the World Cup of Football in Singapore in 2006, and you had to work exact opposite cycles.
Yeah.
So I'd come back to the hotel at 6 in the morning, wait till breakfast started, have breakfast, go to sleep, get up at 3:30 in the afternoon, go back to the studio, come back at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And did that for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You did exactly the same the 2007 T20 World Cup in Singapore when we were working on South Africa time.
But I wonder how it is. The reason I brought up this topic is, if you have a flight the next day, then that'll ruin
the
it.
tough
Yeah.
part.
Then your cycle gets broken
So
like that.
Because you
if
mentioned
your
how
flight
Kings
is
have
in the
a travel.
morning after you played the game, and if your flight is in the morning for various reasons, sometimes it just because of the connection is not available. Usually teams try and get the evening flights, so that everyone can have that 7 hour, 8 hour sleep. But at times, if the connection is not available, then it gets really tough because suddenly you have to adjust your body clock to the different timings, and that's the toughest part in IPL. The playing 14 matches in 5 weeks is not the toughest part. The traveling in between is the toughest part, and how you manage yourself and what kind of recovery routines you have is very crucial for you to be on the game all the time.
Yeah,
Because I remember Kings 11, they played in Bangalore, and then after a day off, they were playing in Chandigarh next day.
Yeah.
Bangalore, Chandigarh, there is no direct flight. There's only one direct flight that's at 9 in the morning. It's an all-economy direct flight.
Yeah.
So 9 in the morning means you get to the airport at 8 o'clock, 8:15, after a game that ended at 12 o'clock. So effectively, it would be, even though it's 9 o'clock, be a red-eye flight, go to Chandigarh, sleep again, and then try and get back into the schedule as quickly as possible.
But this is why I say, इतने पैसे कमा रही टीम, चार्टर कर लो प्लेन यार.
होगा.
मतलब क्या?
ये भी होगा.
ये भी होगा.
आने वाले समय में ये भी होगा.
बिल्कुल होना चाहिए यार. बेचारे इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, इतने ऐसे करके बैठे हुए बेचारे, 50,000 लोग आ रहे हैं. सेल्फी सर. So I don't like it. I see it. I don't like it.
Iska matlab, today's game had nothing to talk about because for the last 5 or 6 minutes we're talking about flights and sleep patterns.
Sir, one sec. Today's game, the only people who should be talking about it are the Rajasthan Royals, and that too in their dressing room. You guys have to discuss it. We guys are telling you more important things actually because people keep talking about and definitely more entertaining things than that chase. Well, there's a second game tomorrow as well. We were talking about the first one. वो Kings 11 Punjab की हमने बात करी about their travel schedule, and then we sort of spiraled out of control. But let's talk about the other game.
They're playing really well though, Kings 11.
Yeah, we still have to wait. Well, let me just quickly say this first. The Royal Challengers Bangalore. दिखाओ. We'll come back to it. Royal Challengers Bangalore are playing the Delhi Daredevils in Bengaluru. Lots of direct flights, lots of resting time for
Royal
both.
Challengers Bangalore is going to have few changes in the side for sure.
They're going to have 2 changes on the side. Yeah, that's a good call. Now we're talking business.
I didn't say 2. I said they're going to have few changes. There might be 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because previous 11
because
है
Negi might come back for Sarfaraz.
Okay, we're going to quickly pull out the previous 11, so then you have a reference point as well. Let's pull out the 11 from their previous game. There you go. This was their game against MI.
Exactly. So I think Sarfaraz will make way for Negi. And Corey Anderson might make way for Grandon.
I think they just picked the wrong Kiwi last game.
True.
100%.
You're right.
Colin de Grandon will come for Corey Anderson. No doubt. Negi will come in for Sarfaraz. Straight away, see what happens. The reason he's saying that, Corey Anderson, Colin de Grandon comes and he bats at 6. He's a fantastic finisher. He'll give you 2 overs. Negi 7, Vokes 8. Then suddenly your batting is a little.
Where's Sundar batting for you then? 9. Is Sundar batting 9?
मैं उसको सोचा तो
अच्छा आप उसको ऊपर भेज रहे हैं. And De Kock you're saying is still playing, so De Kock is opening with
3. So Kohli 3, AB 4, Mandeep 5. But they can also try Mandeep as an opener because he's done well.
Yeah.
I did an interview with him, one of the pre-game interviews. He said मुझे 2-3 महीने पहले बोला गया था कि मैं 5-6 का मेरा ये रोल है 5-6 का.
Yeah.
तो मैंने सारी तैयारी प्रैक्टिस पूरी है 5-6 के रोल की लिखी है.
He's batting beautifully.
He's batting beautifully at that position.
Yeah.
So I think what they were expecting from Sarfaraz, that's what Mandeep is doing.
Yeah.
So no one was expecting Mandeep to play that kind of role, but I think he's molded himself beautifully in that role. So I think Sarfaraz, there is some kind of confusion, because you've dropped him first, you brought back Negi, then you dropped Negi again and you brought back Sarfaraz, and he didn't look quite up there, you know. So because he might not be expecting to play the game, because once he was dropped, he might be thinking that okay, now 2-3 games are gone.
Yeah.
But they gave him a chance suddenly. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of approach they have with regard to that, because it's not easy for a player to keep getting picked and dropped. So I think RCB,
and also he's a kid.
they have to make up their mind very quickly to have a stable playing 11.
Yeah.
And just go with it, back that 11 to play 3-4 games, because that's how you're going to give yourself best chance of winning matches. Otherwise, it has kind of become the similar kind of story like past few seasons where you're relying too much on Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
You're relying too much on AB de Villiers to deliver, and that's not healthy for any team. I think
Don't you also think if you push Nagy down to 7-8, the pressure on him as a batsman will go away. He can play freely because he's a very decent batsman. He can play shots. So instead of 6, if he's down 7-8 somewhere, he can finish.
So then you play Grandome at 6, after playing
Grandome
Mandeep at 5, and then you play.
So then you need someone to open the batting.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought maybe send out Washington Sundar. He had a fantastic team.
They have one more option of Parthiv Patel. It's just that.
Yeah,
they don't play
Patel.
Quinton de Kock
So then you
and
play
play Brendan
McCullum instead of de Kock.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Baz McCullum. I always have been.
But once again, there are too many changes. So I think it is too late now for them to suddenly change the whole strategy.
Yeah.
So I think the strategy was very simple to go with Brendan McCullum and Quinton de Kock to start with.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, have another foreign guy replacing, preferably all-rounder.
Yeah.
And Chris Stokes was certainly a leader of the bowlers.
Yeah.
So he was going to play most of the matches. Umesh Yadav is doing very well, and I was very impressed with Siraj also. I think for the first game on that track under those conditions, he's done a fantastic job for the team on that day. So I think Umesh and Siraj will play for sure for a few more games. So that basically remains now that you can't do too many changes. The only option you have is either persist with Corey Anderson or replace him with Grandome.
With Grandome.
I've been fascinated watching Umesh Yadav bowl. He's fast, swinging the ball. His power play record is fantastic. And then suddenly the last 2 overs that he bowls, or 1 over that he bowls, he goes for 13, 14, 15. Would you almost say he's giving you wickets consistently? I'll bowl him out. I'll bowl him 4 overs out or 3 overs out, right up front.
You can.
He's giving you wickets.
Yeah, you can.
He's bowling
do
really
that,
sharp.
especially when you have someone like Siraj. So you have someone to take the load of last 3 overs. It's basically in this format. You have to just think of those last 3 overs.
And then you have Grandome as well, and you can get a couple of overs out from him in the end. So that replacement could, and there's Woke, so there's enough. So you say, Umesh Yele 4 over, give it your all.
And even Chahal doesn't mind bowling 16, 17 also. Chahal is good bowling up to 16, 17 as well.
Okay. So
हमने बना ली team. अब विराट क्या बनाएगा वो देखेंगे.
So are you saying 2 changes or 3?
2.
Are you saying 2 or 3?
At least 2. At least 2 with a jig in the batting order.
Okay. I'm saying 3 changes tomorrow for RCB. चलो क्यों नहीं है?
But I like Zach's point.
Buck the trend.
अब करो करने, but don't make too many after that.
That's what I think. I think now is the time where you do because you're 1/3 sort of into the tournament. Now's the time when you shake it up completely and say, I hope I've got it right now.
Correct.
Right, because these 1-1 piecemeal ones sort of are not working for the confidence of the individuals, I guess. Also talk about the Delhi Daredevils, because tomorrow is a
1-3,
bottom table sort of clash. Delhi Daredevils had one good day against the Mumbai Indians and not too many other good days. Any changes you see in this, gentlemen?
Not really in the playing 11, but I'll certainly like to see Vijay Shankar bowl often. I think that's something which probably Gautam has to look into, because he's been bowling consistently for Indian team. He's had that knack of picking up wickets also in the middle overs. So I think he needs to give more responsibility by the captain in that side, and maybe use Chris Morris more in the middle overs, because he can be a game changer, and he's been also not in best of his rhythms. So I think from the top, if you use Vijay Shankar, which he's been doing for the Indian team, he can bowl with the new ball, maybe bowl 1 or 2 overs in the power play and then hold Chris Morris later, because you've seen that a lot of teams are playing well in the first 10 overs, and then you can control the game in the second half as well, and a lot of teams are easily scoring 60 runs, but that doesn't mean that after 60 runs in the first 6 overs you are going to get to 200. You've seen the momentum shifting in this format. So I think by that logic, maybe you can use Chris Morris in the middle overs as well.
It's looking like a solid team, but it's not getting the solid results.
Look at the team and say, how are they 1-3?
Yeah.
Because they're ticking off so many boxes. How are they 1-3? They've got 7 bowling options. They've got Rishabh Pant, they've got Glenn Maxwell, they've got destroyers at 1 and 3. Morris can destroy at 7.
Yeah.
So they've got batting depth. You look at that side and you say, they've got a leg spinner, they've got a quality left arm spinner in Shahbaz Nadeem. Glenn Maxwell can bowl an over or two fast off breaks. Vijay Shankar is your backup seamer. You got Morris, Shami, Bolt.
Which is not.
So you look at this team and say, why are they 1-3?
Zach is chuckling. Zach is chuckling. There's Gambhir versus Virat tomorrow, and when two Delhi angry young men collide, there's bound to be a supernova of some kind. But Gambhir has always said, and Gautam has spoken about this as well. He says, listen, when I'm on field, I give it my 100%. I may fight with people, I may get angry, but I'll leave it on the field when I come out. So, will we see any fireworks tomorrow? I don't know. We just rather like to see the fireworks with the 4 6s on the wickets. We just like to keep it at that. Yes? Let's just keep it at that.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game, baby.
We've decided.
Let's enjoy the game. Let's talk about the other game. We talk about the KKR and Kings 11 squads as well. You look at the Kings 11 squad, you go, listen, man, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So it's looking like a good team. You're looking like Gayle will definitely play. That team's looking set. Their bowling did well against a good, against an SRH batting lineup.
The only thing with that is if you attack one of the bowlers early, there isn't a sixth bowling option there. You're going to go to UV, you're going to go to Aaron Finch, you're not going to go. There isn't a sixth bowling option.
Actually, you're so right, Harsha, because yesterday, they won the game and they won it comfortably, maybe because SRH's batting effort was a little subpar. But Zach, we can't forget that Ashwin and Mohit Sharma went for
50s.
half centuries.
What has happened is with Gayle coming in, and you feel the need to play either Finch or Miller over there, they've lost Stoinis. Because Mujib and Ty are bowling well, they've lost Stoinis. So they've lost their all-rounder, that sixth bowling option.
They will be debating about Aksar, I think, because...
he's got a thigh strain, I think.
He's still injured.
He's still not available?
Still not available, yeah.
I heard he was available, okay.
I don't know, they had said a couple of games, he's missed 2 games, so I don't know whether he'll be available now.
Maybe if he's available,
where would you play Akshar in this lineup? Against who will you play Akshar in this lineup?
Sran is coming for Akshar.
Yeah.
So then you
but
play.
He bowled so well last game.
Yeah.
Very impressed with him. I think he's also someone who's put in work in this domestic season and really looking good. So I think their fast bowling lineup is looking sorted now. With the Ty is getting support of someone like Mohit Sharma and Barinder Sran now, with Ashwin as leading the spin bowling, and you have Mujibur Rahman. So I think their bowling.
I wonder whether they might want to play Stoinis for Finch. Because then they get Karun Nair is in such good form, he can bat at 5, Stoinis can then bat at 6 and give you a couple of overs.
But the problem is that if Akshar Patel agar team mein and you bring him against either Sran or Mohit Sharma, if you get him in for one of the bowlers, then you have 3 spinners.
Like 3 seamers का एक बहुत satisfaction होता है ना. If you have 3 good seamers, it gives you such a lot of satisfaction as a team, rather than 2 seamers and 3 spinners.
So you depending on the wicket.
Yeah. So if Akshar plays, then Stoinis also definitely comes back into the team. It's interesting how one change can actually affect 2 or 3 changes.
Always happen. Yeah.
For KKR, let's have a look at their side now. KKR, of course, with Dinesh Karthik is their captain, and let's look at the rest. Shivam Mavi, of course, they're bowling. I mean, bowling at this team, you don't really need to change anything.
The 3 Indian batsmen are doing very well. Robin has had 2 really good 30s and 40s. If he converts one of those to 70-80, that's a match-winning innings. Nitish Rana has started well again, and Karthik is in great form. So the 3 Indian batsmen in the top 5 are all doing well.
You don't see any changes in this team.
They're looking sorted, I think. Shivam Mavi is also growing in confidence. The only question mark is Shubman Gill. I think if at all KKR has to debate, they will be debating whether to give him more confidence, play him in different spot. Other than that, I think, but chances of that happening is also very less because your batting order is delivering. They're winning matches consistently. So I don't see that also happening.
Okay, so we may have an afternoon game where both the captains will say, we're going with the same 11. It could happen.
Very different kind of captains. You got Gautam and Virat in the evening game.
Yeah.
You've got
2 nerdy students in the afternoon game.
Dinesh Karthik and Ashwin in the afternoon game.
देखो क्योंकि दोपहर में पढ़ाई करते हैं और शाम को जाते हैं बाहर मजे करने, ठीक है, तो दंगा तो होना ही है शाम को. Interesting point you made about the captains. The good students in the afternoon and the naughty boys in the evening.
ये naughty afternoon मैंने नहीं बोला.
Naughty boy तो दिल्ली में compliment होता है. दिल्ली जहाँ से आते हैं naughty boy के साथ ही तो घूमना चाहते हैं लोग. गुड स्टूडेंट तो टीचर्स पेट होते हैं, वो स्टाफ रूम के बाहर खड़े होते हैं किताबें पकड़ के, हम नहीं करते. हमारे पास जॉय फैक्टर क्वेश्चन है. दिस इज फॉर ऑल यू गुड स्टूडेंट्स हु आर आल्सो नॉटी बॉयज. Yes, because you need दोनों खुराफाती दिमाग you need and intelligent दिमाग you need to crack this one. Joy factor सवाल आज का था. Let's show you the question.
जो अच्छे मूड में था.
So George was in a good mood because ये देखिए.
Irfan Pathan, Piyush Chawla, we sing together, part of IPL history. The moment you have three names together, then you start thinking hat-trick straight away.
बिल्कुल. Because some people say they were part of a team. But that's not a record. How's that a record? There are many three people who've been part of a team.
And they were all Kings 11.
Yeah.
So all you got to search hat-trick against Kings 11. It was unlike George, very Googleable answer today.
Yeah, because he made it easy today. He made it. He was in God thanks it's Friday mood. So he made it easy. The answer to this, who got the hat-trick against Kings 11 Punjab? L. Balaji. Lakshmipati Balaji.
As in Balaji zara dheere chalo.
Balaji zara dheere chalo. Dheere नहीं चले, बड़े तेज चले और 3 विकेट भी ले ली back to back.
Song in Pakistan. Balaji was a cult figure in Pakistan on the 2004 tour. He was one of the most popular Indians there.
Very popular.
Yeah. So they would all sing in the crowd. Balaji zara
Amazing
dheere
performance.
chalo.
अच्छा, but I didn't understand because of the performance of the song.
No.
Or a combination of both.
I think Shoaib kept bouncing him and he kept smiling back because Balaji was just smiling and you know, they thought ये कहाँ से आ गया ये बंदा?
Yeah.
And the crowd started singing Balaji zara dheere chalo.
They didn't play Peshawar in that tour, right?
No. I know where you're getting. Balaji
I was just asking.
Balaji was very popular in Pakistan.
Innocuous question.
So anyway, that was 4 years before the IPL started.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look at the winner for today. The winner has come from all India only. No international winners are coming. There you go. Satish Bibi. Satish Bibi? Wife?
And BB's handle.
Bibi's handle. You're tweeting from your wife's handle. She's, my wife doesn't let me handle her Twitter. No. That is not allowed. But congratulations to you. What have you won? It's a secret. I'll tell you later. I promise you.
It's an ochre jacket, not a red table.
It's not a red. This red table is not going anywhere. I've decided because
it's a
of
yellowish
the
brownish jacket.
No, sir. I'll give the jacket. Jacket दे दूंगा, sir. Kidney दे दूंगा. Red table नहीं दूंगा. ये decision ले लिया मैंने क्योंकि ये बहुत ही अब we've started joking about it. Then all of you started tweeting about it. The hashtag red table started trending. And I just realized I'm too attached to it to give it away.
What they don't know is it was part of your contract. You're always going to take it back with you after this.
Sir, you don't understand. The contract actually was the red tables. I've come with the red table.
You have come with the red table.
I am the add-on.
टेबल लिया कहाँ से कहाँ
पहुंचा दिया हमने इस टेबल को. सर एंड में ना आईपीएल टेबल से ज्यादा लोग इस टेबल को देख रहे होंगे. मैं इतना बता दूं आपको. चलिए अभी तो और कुछ देखने को है नहीं यहाँ पे, ना ही और कुछ सुनाने को है. अब जाने का टाइम हो गया हमारे. आप क्या करेंगे अभी? आप गुड स्टूडेंट बनेंगे कि नॉटी बॉय बनेंगे? You can do anything. It's the weekend. Go out and party. Friday night. God thanks. I'd like to thank Harsha Bogle. Thank you so much. Mrs. Zaid Khan. Thank you so much.
He was wondering, he suddenly comes and talks cricket sense. Everyone around him is fooling around and suddenly we pause and Zach talks cricket sense and then suddenly we start fooling around again and then he draws us back and talks cricket sense again.
That's why I call him Zen Zach.
I balance things.
You balance things.
That's why I'm sitting in the middle.
Much like the legs of a
That's why
cable.
I'm sitting in the middle.
Yeah, to balance it.
He's looking that side most of the time because he needs to balance things there.
That's right. This is right. He does that for me in life also.
करवा चौथ वगैरह कहाँ से लाओगे? फिर कैसे बैलेंस करेंगे?
भाई
जडेजा को आपने करवा चौथ का चांद बना दिया.
बिल्कुल दिख ही नहीं रहा था यार. इतना वेट कर रहा था मैं. भूख लगी थी मेरे को. देख रहा था. दिख ही नहीं रहा. आज दिख गया. पर Zach is used to it. Zach is used to batsmen dancing around in the crease a little bit and he doesn't falter. He always bowls on the stumps. That's Zach for
Got
you.
you.
Zen Zach. We're going to see you tomorrow. You're here.
Yes.
And sir, you are off on the road tomorrow?
I'm peacemaker between Virat and Gautam.
That's where you're going to be tomorrow. Nice. So you have your task cut out tomorrow evening and we shall see you very soon in the Cricbuzz live studio. Thank you so much for the last few days.
Very soon.
Thank you so much and go well. And Zach, I'll see you tomorrow evening. Hopefully we'll see all of you tomorrow evening at, actually afternoon tomorrow, sorry, 2 games. So 3:30 is when we're going to see you on Cricbuzz live. From me, Gaurav Kapoor and the rest of our Cricbuzz crew, it is a good night. So take care. Shubh Ratri, Shubh Khair.